Hey guys, what would you do if you had 7 days to live? We're going to talk about it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. My name is Brant.
And my name is Kim. And today we are going to talk about having 7 days to live. What would you do in those 7 days?
Wow, that's a lot to talk about.
It's a lot to talk. It's a lot to think about.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Think about.
Okay, Brant. So say, for instance, you went to the doctor and the doctor said to you, well, Brant, you have this rare disease and you only have 7 days to live. Really? Would that be your first reaction?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You got 7 days to live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have to come home and tell my family that I got 7 days to live, and they'd be all excited. And
Well, what would be your first reaction, your first thoughts? What would you go through in that period of time? Like if I came in and I was your doctor and I said, well, Mr. Smith, you know, we did everything we could, and, you know, you only have 7 days to live.
Was this like at a doctor's appointment?
Well, yes. And then what would be your thought after I told you could pay the bill at the front desk?
Let's see. Good luck on that. Matter of fact, just send it to me in the mail. Right?
Right.
'Cause I only have 7 days to live, so I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, I'll let somebody else bear the burden. No,
that would be me.
Well, right. I mean, what are you gonna do? But 7 days to live. That's a fascinating question. I mean,
Well, actually, it's not. I mean, many people have been told that they have several months, you know, a couple of years, a couple of weeks.
Well, the first thing I would do, honestly, because of who I am, I would probably second guess another human being's opinion.
Right.
And I would say, you know, I'd certainly be praying on it and doing some more research on it. And
Well, right. Only because I don't believe man can.
Yeah, I have a
put
will
a
to
date
live
on my life. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I have a will to live, so that would be like my first thing. But after we get past all of that, what would you do? Would you go on a short vacation?
Well, first of all, I would go through my emotions, the different emotions that you get from hearing something like that.
Right.
First, I would be upset. I would be scared. And then, I don't know, I would probably be angry. I don't know. I guess, you know, it's one of those situations where you have to be put in that situation. You know, a lot of times we say, oh, well, if this ever happened, I would do this. But you don't really know until you're in that situation.
I think if I had any old baggage laying around, maybe some ill will with people, you know, I might want to settle that, and
right,
you know, and
well, only because you're faithful and you need to set things straight before you kick the bucket, you know.
Yeah, leave the earth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Turn to ashes.
To what now?
Turn to ashes.
Turn to ashes.
However
whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know, poof, you're over. It's done.
Right.
You know, but, you know, so would I go visit my parents, or would I go, you know, and visit my family members, or?
Well, that's the question.
Would I go?
Would you do those things?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, if you had a list, just think, okay, so if I was told I had 7 days to live, after I've gone through everything that I'm feeling, I think I would have to sit down and say, okay, well, Kim, what are all the things you wanted to do? Which would be easy for me because I don't have a big list of things.
Right.
You know, I guess I would want to visit all my family. I would plan a place for us to all meet so we could all be together. You know, instead of trying to take time out to visit each person.
Because you only have 7 days.
Because I only have 7 days.
Yeah.
I would probably give everything away to people I would, you know, like things to go to.
Like what? I mean, you still have family.
Right. And to family too.
Well, I know you're not trying to give away my furniture, are you?
Yes, I would.
I know that'd be crazy.
And I would give you away.
Ladies.
But anyway.
Awesome. That would be freaking awesome.
I know.
Ladies.
Isn't that sweet of me? I'm very kind.
Yeah.
I'm very kind that way. But No, I just think I would think about it and write a list out. Meet my family, have us all meet up, do something different that we've never done before.
Remember, you got 7 days, so you're gonna have to like pull everybody together
Right.
rather quickly.
Right.
You only got 7 days.
And hope that they love me so much that they'll all come.
Right. It's like, Kim, I gotta work.
Right. They're like, they'll be like, I'm busy.
Oh my God. Well, Kim, I gotta work, man. I gotta pay my bills. When you're gone, I still gotta pay my bill.
I have things to do.
Right.
So, no, so that would probably be one. Traveling, I don't know. I don't think I have enough time. And then when I say travel, there's only one place I would really love to go, and that would be Italy.
Italy, Tuscany.
So if I could get there and get back in a couple of days.
That ain't happening.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know, probably see things around America that, places I could get to quickly. And
What about your afterlife?
okay, but that's what I would do now. Also, I would go around. I would definitely do good for people. I mean, because I always want to do good for people anyway. So if I'm living or dying, but I would still continue that before I left. I don't know. I would just pray and ask God to,
So what about like trying new things? Like, would you smoke a joint?
no.
To say, oh my God,
You know what? I have no desire. That's not on my list. So
Yeah.
why would I do it? That's not, I wouldn't.
Would you come home and have a hard cocktail? And break the news, or
Well, I can do that anyway.
would you go party? I mean,
No, I don't party anymore. Those are the good old days.
I was just playing.
No, but
No, but
I don't know.
The reason why I'm saying that because, listen, people react in different ways. You know what I
Right.
mean? You might. I mean, I've seen things on the internet. We all know the internet. If it's on the internet, it's got to be true, right? Right? I'm just kidding you. But I've seen where this one guy, he was like 79 years old, and he was dying, and he wanted. The reason why I said smoke a joint because he wanted to try marijuana for the first time. I'm like, why? But that's what he wanted to do.
But what do you mean why? I know there's some people out there saying, "What is wrong with you? What do you mean why?" They're
Well,
like,
I
"I don't have
I'm
to
saying
die."
why. You might say, man, that's awesome, and he
Right.
should be doing that a long time ago.
Right.
But
yeah. So, but different strokes for different folks.
right.
Yeah. I don't know. One thing I would do though is I love my sister dearly, and we have a lot of fun when we get together. So I would spend some personal time with her, and maybe just go out and have a good time, kick it up and laugh and have fun.
One of the things that I would say, because you posed this question, would be like, wow, thank God I had a notice.
Right.
Because I had, a friend that was killed in a car accident, left behind a couple kids and a wife, and he didn't get that 7 days.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But many people
Many
don't.
people don't.
Many people don't. But
I would be thankful that I got the 7 days.
right.
I really would be like, wow, I get a chance to say my goodbyes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a blessing for me personally. I really don't, know how I'd react or what I would do and all the things that I'm talking about. Maybe I'll do all of them, but it's just so difficult. I want to know, what you're telling me what you would do. What would other people do?
Right. Right. I know. That's the question. What would you do if you had 7 days to live? I mean, it's a question that you really cannot pinpoint. I mean, we can sit here all day and say, oh, I do this, this, and that. But you don't really know until, well, I can't say until that time comes because, But I'm just saying if that were to happen for you, you don't know what you would do until it happened,
Right.
Right. But like I know, for instance, my my great-grandmother, she had a stroke, and there was some complications. So the doctor basically told my grandmother that she only has 6 months to live.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that. Yeah, that's
right.
That's
So
pretty common.
She had to go into a nursing home because she needed so much care. But my grandmother cared for her anyway. She went every day to see her, and when days that she couldn't go, she made sure somebody else went. But yeah, she was very loved and cared for. Because I think sometimes when people go into nursing homes, people just kind of leave them and desert
Well,
them.
we have busy lives, and they kind of forget about them.
Right.
You know?
But my grandmother was faithful, and she went to see her mom every day. Well, anyway, she ended up living for 10 more years. So how do you go from you only have 6 months to living for 10 years?
Oh, I know how I would. That's it. 6 months. I wouldn't be. I mean, you would have to do something. You would have to take them out of the nursing home. You couldn't keep that situation. I couldn't do that for 10 years.
Yeah, but she did. She had to because she
Wow,
needed
that's
so
amazing.
much care. We would bring her home for the holidays, but it was a lot of work. You know, she
Wow.
needed the care. It wasn't like we just got rid of her and threw her in a nursing home. No, it was the care that she needed. But my grandmother, it was as if she was home because my grandmother went to see her every day.
Wow.
So, and she also cared for other people who were just sort of abandoned. You know, we would go in there and we made other people our family members.
Oh.
You know, we would go visit them, or if my grandmother found out they loved certain cookies, she'd take
You
them.
passed out little goodie
It was
bags.
sad. It's so sad to see how people will abandon their loved ones.
Right.
Except when it comes time for them to pass away, they're sitting there looking for
Oh,
their
they're looking for the
inheritance.
gold.
Very sad.
They want whatever they can get a hold of.
Exactly. So, but you know, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't you hate for somebody to tell you have X amount of days to live? You give everything away. You do everything. You get your situation underway, and
Oh, by the way, I get a phone call. Mr. Smith, yes, this is Dr. Feelgood, and we were wrong about your your diagnosis,
Okay.
and I gave everything away. Oh,
Dr. Feel Good, not anymore.
right. But can you imagine? I know there's been those circumstances where
Right.
people actually give things away, and you know, and
Right.
it's a misdiagnosis.
Right. And you're right.
I would be like,
We mixed up the test.
I know. Yeah, well, you didn't call me and tell me that, so I gave everything away.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but that's where you say you'd have to get a second opinion. That makes sense. I think
So-
I would have to get 3.
so the next show is. So what would you do if you knew you only had 7 days to live and it was the wrong diagnosis?
Right. And you gave everything away.
Oh my God, I would be like, I can't believe that.
And then you'd have to call your boss back and apologize.
Yeah, because I don't curse them out,
Right.
you know, and say, hey, by the way, I'm not going to be around anymore. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Do you have any work?
I know, right? Oh my goodness, that
Yeah,
would be a
so
mess. But that's happened many times. I've heard those stories over the years.
Really? Who
Yeah,
told
I've
you
heard those stories.
like that?
No, I've heard stories where people actually were diagnosed or misdiagnosed, and they had certain time to live, and they had to go back and try to
start life again.
try to. Hey, I really didn't mean to say that. You know, to their boss. You know, or that might be a lottery story. You know, where they do that. But
Right.
Yeah.
I know it would be difficult, but you know, going back to what I said, first of all, I don't even know how long it would take me to get over the fact that someone just told me I had 7 days to live.
it'd be 24 hours minimum.
I think I'd be in shock. That would be one wasted
Yeah,
day.
yeah, it would be, because I'd be like blabbering in a corner somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right. And with my luck, when I go to get the second opinion, he'll probably not have an opening for another week or so.
Right. Yeah, we were wrong about 7 days. It's actually 6 months. What? You know.
Yeah, so.
But you never know, you know, when it comes to medical diagnosis, if really, unless you have cancer and you go, or you have something like that, you're going through the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know. I mean, we went through it with, you know, a couple of your family members, you know, and it's not pretty. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
It's not pretty.
No.
Well, I had my uncle was diagnosed, I think it was with cancer. And like so many stories I've heard, the minute you found out about it, it was like, my goodness, it was only 90 days or so. He was gone. I
No,
couldn't
it
believe
wasn't. It wasn't the minute he found out. It was when they
It's like people
opened
quit.
him up.
It's like
I
they
think
quit.
once they open you up and expose whatever's inside, I think that's when it moves quicker. Because everybody, it seems like it happens to everybody who just
So
finds
it's not
out.
a mental issue?
No, I
people
think
just say, "Oh,
me
man, I give
personally,
up."
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I know
No, I know.
sometimes you think I am, but I'm not.
All the disclaimers.
No, but I noticed that like when they open people up
Yeah.
and they go in, and they seem to go much quicker once because sometimes people have it and they're like, oh, well, it's too late. I mean, well, how long have they had it?
Right.
And then once they find out, boom, they're gone.
Wow.
Which is so sad,
Yeah.
But anyway, so we don't want to get too much into it. I'm not.
So what would you do if you found out you only had 7 days to live?
Let us know. Comment down below. But I want to move on to something else.
Okay.
Okay, so that I'm a little ashamed.
Oh boy. I don't know what's coming next.
Right. I'm a little ashamed of some of the TV programs that I indulge in. And last night was the finale of Bachelor in Paradise. Right. And
I'm forced to watch that, by the way.
oh, tell the truth. You love it.
Well, it's like all the other shows that you watch that I tend to start eventually partaking in.
No, not true. You love it.
It's okay.
You're like, is my show on tonight? And I'm like,
I can't wait to see The Bachelor.
Oh, I know.
With, what's his name again? Colton, the crybaby himself.
Yeah.
He cries over everything. I'm like, you are grown, right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
happy.
Ladies, for all the ones that
I know,
love Colton.
I'm not too happy about
big old
him
baby. You want a man.
He's so emotional. He has too many
ridiculous.
things going on. He's
Yeah.
like, he's feeling this and feeling. It's just too much,
I think so.
It's
Maybe I'm
much.
too old school.
He's very cute. He's a cute guy, but see, I don't think women want all the. They think they do until they get it. They don't want all
the drama.
Yes.
So what's up with Paradise?
Whew, Paradise was a doozy last night. I was kind of shocked on who became engaged and who broke up. Mm-hmm. I was kind of rooting for Annalise and Camille. I thought they were a cute couple. I was happy for her. I just think, for some reason, I just felt like she needed love. That's what she.
Everybody needs love.
No, I know they do, but I'm just saying, I really wanted it for her.
Right.
And what he did to her on national TV was unforgivable.
Didn't have to do it like that.
That was horrible.
I mean, listen, I'm a guy, right? And sometimes we have to break up with women, and women have to break up with guys, but the way he did that on national TV, really?
No.
I mean, he punched her right in the throat on national TV.
Especially since she was saying such wonderful things. She was like, "Oh, we're in a good place," and I was like, "Yay!" And then he comes out
and breaks up with her.
Oh my heart broke.
Breaks
for
up
her.
with her on national TV.
I felt nauseous. I really did. I felt sick after what he did. I was really upset.
Yeah.
But then I was happy for Chris and Crystal. That was an odd couple, but it ended up being a good thing. So
he got the beauty queen.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He did.
And I tell you what, I was really surprised because I remember seeing a little bit of it at the beginning, when they first got together. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to close that deal.
And
there's
she was
no
the one,
way.
She
Chris,
was the one excited. She was the one excited. She was jumping up and down. She was just crazy.
Yeah, she was giddy over him, man.
But he was super nervous last night. His hands were shaking. I was like, oh, I could kind of feel what he was going through, because he just felt like, wow, I really won. He did.
Well, he started tearing up.
He did.
He won, man. He got the girl that he wanted.
I was happy for them.
Yeah, I was happy for them as well.
And then your buddy, cool. Jordan.
My buddy?
Jordan and Jenna.
Jordan is not like... I find him to be hilarious.
You love Jordan.
Jordan is off
funny.
The chain. He is hilarious.
Crazy. I was like, there's no way that he's going to be serious. And he was.
Well, you know what happened in that relationship, right? Where he tamed her and she tamed him, or she changed him and he changed her, however way you want to put it. And all of a sudden, it worked.
Well, the funny part about it was, I just knew he was going home during the course of the show. I knew he was going home.
Man, he was fighting, but he fought.
He did.
He fought for the girl.
Brant.
You got to give him that.
He was not letting go.
He was on it.
He said, you know what, I'm going to fight for this. And he did, and he won. I was like, unbelievable.
No, he went after it, man.
Yeah.
But that's life. If you fight for it long enough, good chance you'll get it.
Yeah.
You got to fight for it, though, man.
So now the one thing that really made me upset was Kevin and Astrid. Kevin was the one you said looked weird. You said he was a weird looking guy.
I'm sorry, Kevin. You look weird.
But I don't even understand it. A lot of times I feel like they should have some psychological help on the show because he was fine the whole time. Okay,
Right.
yeah. And then, Ashley came because he had a little thing with Ashley during the Olympics.
Right.
So Ashley gets engaged to Jarrett, and it devastates him or whatever. But he moved on, and he acted as if everything was great.
Right.
Him and Astrid had this whole time on this island, and he kind of threw a wrench in there for a moment, but then he came back, and everything was good. And then all of a sudden, when they talk about the fantasy suite, he falls apart.
Ba-boom.
And he's crying, and he's doing this. And, I tell you all the time, I like a man who can cry, but not like that.
Okay.
And not all the time. No, you can show your emotions, but come on, that was just ridiculous. I was like, wow.
I cried a long time ago with you at radio. No, not Brokeback Mountain. Radio.
Your favorite movie, Brokeback?
No.
Yeah, you love
Radio.
that movie.
I cried. I mean, I got.
But
like,
that wasn't
really,
over me.
No.
You said with me. I'm like,
well,
what?
yeah, well, with you at the movies.
Right.
Yeah. So I
you
thought that
did.
was.
Yeah, you did.
You played a good role in that.
Yeah, and I was about to leave, but you made me stay.
Right.
So anyway, so I just found that ridiculous, but I was rooting for her because she said, "Enough is enough. I can't deal with this.
Last
I'm
night
going
you
home."
Oh,
right.
And then
she
last
left.
night, she took him back.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about on the actual island when it happened. She left. It's like, what? I don't have time for this childish behavior, and she left.
I'm grown.
Exactly.
I'm grown.
So, but now they're back together. So, I guess he realized.
Well, he came on the show. I mean, don't sum it up like that. What happened on the show last night?
Oh yeah, it worked out. They came back, and
Well, he came back, and he apologized. And,
Right.
hey, I was wrong, and what I did, and explained what I did, and she truly loves him. So
Yeah, she does. She did.
So it didn't take much.
You know what?
Apologizing to get her back.
But you know what?
But
Because
last
she
night
did love
on
him.
national TV, she said, "Yeah, I'll take you back."
Right,
And
because she
I
did love him. But
Yeah.
the thing is, see, that's how I was. You don't have time for foolishness. She was there for a reason. She wanted to fall in love. He spent all this time with her. She could have found somebody else then.
Yeah, of course.
So he spent all this time with her, and then in the end, you're like, oh, I can't go to this fantasy suite. What? Okay.
Well, what was the point of that, though? Why didn't he want to go to the
Because
fantasy
he
suite?
said he had been with Ashley and he shouldn't have, and blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. And I was just like, okay, so you really must not love her because what happened in the past has nothing to do with Astrid. She
Right.
was a nice person. So why would you do that to her? That has nothing to do with Ashley. Ashley moved on. Astrid was looking for love. So it's crazy. But anyway, I don't want to keep going on. Okay, so you ready to wrap this up?
I am. Before we wrap it up, I want to tell everybody, if you like the show, to subscribe, comment,
Give us
give
a
us a thumbs up. Good job.
Good job.
Awesome.